I am super excited to show you this video, but I'm technology challenged, so you're getting an upside down view of me for now, and I hope you like it. So today is the Grand Vacation blog hop with a bunch of my friends who were on the Grand Vacation to Hawaii with me. And I am super duper excited to show you my project because I did a book of selfies. Yay! Okay, so let me show you how it goes. I'll switch this to my project. Oh, look at that. I'll just show you that I have the most awesome project planned. Or not planned, I made it. So this is supposed to be a blog hop of something that inspired us from our pillow gifts on our trip, because when we're on our trip, Stampin' Up! Leaves a little gift in our room every day. And so one day our gift was this new Project Life kit, the coordinating stamp set, which is about to be released, called This Is the Life. The kit of cards is called This Is the Life. And then we also got the accessory kit, and I've kind of broken all that up, so I just have it thrown back in my box here, but it's great because the accessory kits fit in the Project Life box, because I don't know about you, but I love when things fit in one little container. Anyway, let me show you. It comes with a whole bunch of these cards, and there's little ones, medium-sized ones, square medium-sized ones, large cards, and then there's some stickers as well. These are like clear stickers with white writing. Then there's alphabet stickers, and then just regular old stickers. You can see I've used several of them. Now, I'm not quite done with my album, but I think I have enough done to show you this awesome project. And I wanted to show you a couple tricks about using Project Life. So first of all, you can do it two different ways. There's the 12 by 12 way, which is obviously a much bigger album, or this is the 6 by 8 sized album, which I chose to do because these are just selfies. So these are a couple of the cards from the kit that I glued on the front. I added my hashtag Hawaii Selfies. This actually says hello underneath, and I wanted to cover that up. These are this hashtag is a little laser cut wooden piece that came with the kit. Then I did happy because H also goes with happy, and Hawaii was nothing but pure happiness. And then I put a couple more hashtags on here. Anyway, let me show you the album. So first of all, I wrote out Hawaii Bound, starting our trip off right with our first selfie and smile. So my husband might have gotten a little sick of my selfies by the time the trip was over, but hey, I told him I had a choice of who I brought with, and I could have chose differently, so he calmed down. Anyway, we started our trip off going to my aunt's house in Maui. This is my auntie, and she just moved there, so that was pretty cool. But what I wanted to show you is that on Project Life, kind of how this works is there's different page protectors that have different slots in them. So like this one has a 4x6 and then two 3x4s. Then there is the opposite, where the 4x6 up here, or maybe, yeah, the opposite is where the 4x6 is at the bottom. So here's at the top, here's at the bottom. Then there's, like, this one has four 3x4s, pardon me. But I came up with this way to add a picture because there's no vertical 4x6 slots, and when you're taking pictures with your camera, vertical pictures certainly happen quite a bit. So let me show you how I want to add these vertical pictures that I took, and I'm going to do a couple things. So first of all, I've got a couple pictures here. You can see this is the first day, so he was still smiling happily with us on my selfies. I also have this little card that I want to insert and use as a tab between the pictures. And then I need a way to hook them into my binder. And one of the ways that I have done this in the past is just punching a hole right through them. But I found that I don't always want to do that because I want the picture. So I have kind of a clever little thing that I'm going to do. I took, this is a 1 1/4 inch wide strip, and then what I'm going to do is use my punch here. This is the scallop tag topper. I'm going to flip it over and center that 1 1/2 inch or 1 1/4 inch piece in here. Okay, so you can see how I've centered it in the punch, and I'll punch it, and then I have this nice little tab. Okay, so I went ahead and did a couple of those already, so I just trimmed them down so they're shorter. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hook them into my album. That's the easiest way to get the spacing right, of course. So then I will take and add some adhesive to these two tabs, and what I want to do is center them. So the best thing to do is to kind of get that little notch. You know, there's this little bump right here. Get that bump into the binder mechanism, okay? And then that way you can kind of center your picture on there. So I'm going to go ahead and set that down. I used a little fast fuse adhesive to stick it down, and I love fast fuse because it's really sticky. And then look, it's right on there. Now I've got a little tab that I want to put in here in the center between the pictures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere that. So I'll just put adhesive on here, and then I want to put that in. So it's like a little tab. Maybe I'll put this, I'll put it right there. Okay, and I picked this tab because it kind of coordinates with the colors I have going on over here. The nice thing about this is there's so many pieces you can really easily coordinate anything. Now I'm going to turn it over, and of course this is ugly, so what I'm going to do is stick another picture right there. And to show you a little bit more about how I organized this, I'm going to tell you what I do when I'm putting these albums together. I've had a lot of success doing this. I made several of these as grandparent gifts for Christmas this past year because it's a nice small size. Check that out. Very cool. It's a nice small size, and you can easily put pictures from your year or, you know, an event or whatever and give it to grandparents. So what I do is I take my pictures in order, whichever order I want them, typically chronological, because that's kind of how we work. And I set the pages out, or I have my pile of pages. And this album uses 2 packs of page protectors, and I had just about enough. Okay, now I'm not quite done with the album yet, but I'm pretty close. And so far I've spent about 2 hours on it, which is not bad. And that, by the way, includes the printing of my pictures. And as long as we're talking about printing of my pictures, I'll post a picture on my blog that goes to this, but I printed my pictures using a Selfie Canon 910 printer, and that's the wireless one that connects with your phone. And so of course all these pictures came from my phone because that's how you take selfies. So I thought that was really handy. So let me show you a little bit more. So I place my pictures and I kind of look for how they are oriented and fit. Many times the picture is, you know, this was a 4x6 picture like this. Pardon me, but I trimmed it down to fit in that 3x4, and I find you can really crop off a lot of stuff. These 2 pictures were taken in the same vicinity, and you know, you can crop out a lot of that stuff and just get your subject matter in there. And then I add little project life cards where I feel there's things I need to say. So for instance, this again was a 4x6 this way picture. I trimmed it down because I get the gist of it. Here's actually some more of the sand, and I can keep this piece and use it somewhere else as a little decoration or whatever. So that's kind of another option to think of, is keeping those background pieces. Here we're being silly, but I love that you can kind of talk about what's going on easily on these pictures. Here, oh, we're being silly again. It might be helping that we had drank a couple of drinks at this point. But oh, a tattoo. Don't worry, I didn't get one, but it was fun. And the other thing I've done is this is a 4x6 picture, which you can see I cut so that I could fit it because, you know, a lot of my 4x6 pictures are landscape. But when I cut my picture here, I could still fit it in the two pockets and get the same picture. It doesn't work for all of them. So like this one, I didn't want to cut because that would kind of go right through his eye. And, you know, that's not so nice when you cut someone through the eyeballs. I'm just saying. But again, here's another one of my tabs. I put one of those stickers from the accessory kit on here. This is the day we hiked 103 floors at the Haleakala crater, which was very cool. And anyway, so here's again another picture. I cut it in half to fit it in the page protectors. Same thing here. Okay, now here I wanted a little bit bigger piece, so I did the same thing, but I included a 4x6 Project Life card in here and glued my front picture and my back picture. And now this is an interesting thing to note. So when I'm going through these pictures and putting the information in here, through my trip I actually collected some information from my trips. Let me show you. So Stampin' Up! Sent our travel documents in this cool packet. So I collected, like, you know how there's all of those travel books and maps and, you know, things. So I collected these for my trip so that I could go back and reference like where things are, the spelling of stuff. For instance, I don't know if you know how to spell Haleakala, but I don't. It took me almost the whole trip to learn how to pronounce it, much less spell it. So this is a map that has the information about it, and it talks about the drive to the crater and everything. So that's kind of helpful when you're going to put this together. Now this book was just for selfies, so I didn't put any of those memorabilia things like ticket stubs and whatnot in here because I'm going to do my main album with all of my pictures, but this was just kind of a start. Now I think you get the drift of this, but I'd like to show you my very favoritist page in here. And this is from our final night, and the reason I love this page so much is because it is friends, and friends are awesome. So I have to point out my two new besties from Australia. This is Louise Sharp and Kylie Bertucci. They are both in the blog hop, so you should see projects for them, and I absolutely love this picture, except I'm such a ding-dong. I didn't take my sunglasses off like those guys did because they're way smarter than I am, but I just love this. We all have just such a great picture here, and they are the cutest, most adorable, sweet ladies ever. So, mwah, love you guys. Anyway, so this is my book, and there's one last thing I have to show you because it's kind of funny. This is the sad part. This is the, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're leaving faces. And then the day we got back, so we'd flown all night. There we go. My daughter had a concert at school that night, so we were trying to stay awake for the concert. So this is actually a picture of us. And the funny thing is, that is on my birthday. It was not very exciting. We flew all night or all day or who knows what because we were all messed up. Anyway, I hope you like this. If you would like more details about the things I used to make my album, please visit my blog, which is thecreativitykave.com, and check out the post for May 27th, 2015. Thanks, guys. Have an awesome day.